just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, NFC South rivals collide. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, Chase McLaughlin, set to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And nothing doing there, only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Tommy Tremble, tight end, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. This one's going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd down, Baker. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. They'll swing this out wide to Irving. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught outside by Otten. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Bucs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown, but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. It's Otten in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
That's Ibuka in motion. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And now it's going to be 3rd down. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that one thrown away to the sideline. It's incomplete. It was a frustrating series. It'll bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Young. He's got the 1st-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
To throw is Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now Dowdle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 4th down coming up. They'll go. Young. He's going to air this one out. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Give. This is Irvin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. But when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
To the left side, to Godwin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0, and this drive will begin with a first down. Brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Young to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Young. Quick throw here is complete. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw, Young. This one to the tight end, Trimble. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Gain of 8. And the Panthers first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Carolina.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
They'll run with Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third and long. Tremble comes in motion. To throw, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needs to get to. And it'll bring up fourth down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Baker. That is left side and caught by Evans. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is going to have a Buccaneers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They face second down and 7. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
First and goal at the 5.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. 5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. And he will score! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs move out in front, 13-3.
Buccaneers 13, Panthers 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Young. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On second down, Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's first and 10. To throw is Young. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll run with Irving. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They go play action with Mayfield. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Delay of game, offense. Still 3rd down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Baker. Finding room at midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Complete to number 13, Mike Evans. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
First down throw there is incomplete. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Complete to Cade Otten. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very fast.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Game offense. Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Irving. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Panthers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
From the gun, it's Young. Look at that! Slinked it across his body and connected. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Some of the best safeties that we have seen in the last couple generations, like Troy Polamalu, Earl Thomas, they kind of reestablished that rover safety mentality where you can't really predict where they're going to be pre or post snap, but they've earned that trust. The coaches understand they might give up a play or two here or there, but overall, they are going to make a lot of game-changing plays like we just saw there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. 17 yards that time for number 17.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's caught right side. It's the tight end Evans. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Receiver in motion, going right. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? We begin the 4th with a carry by Dowdle.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, This offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irvin. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd and long. Baker to throw. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's into the end zone. Cade Otten. Touchdown Buccaneers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Young to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Throwing on second down, Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Say what you want about this group, Mike, but they certainly aren't scared. I mean, not only to go for it on fourth down, but the quarterback decides to throw that ball into double coverage and somehow still resulted in them being able to extend the drive.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 4. To throw is Young. They go back to Legette. He's got another one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. It's a Carolina first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Young, a short one there, caught by Tremble.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 4. Now Young. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. the quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And these plays, the decision on what they're going to call, Mike, it was decided days ago. They have on that play call sheet that you see from the offensive coordinator, they have an entire category just devoted to these situations. They know the players are going to be confident, they're going to be able to execute, and they're able to move the chains.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Looking to keep a promising drive alive in his 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Young. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Catarella McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try to run, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, here's Irving.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Right back to Irving, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll go again here with Irving. 1st down and more. Past the 35. And he will be taken down. Use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So, a win here for the Buccaneers. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.